right, today's another day underneath the barbell. We got power building, day number 3. We've been working on maximal strength endurance, and some hypertrophy. Today's main lift is gonna be a Duffalo bar back squat. I'm gonna go 4x4. I'm gonna work my way up. Now, again, I've been getting stronger, but the knee is still somewhat of an issue, so we're gonna work our way up to as heavy as we possibly can. And I have my man here, Edgar's with us. Edgar's getting ready for a powerlifting meet, so he's gonna squat with me. After that, we're gonna do some dips because we are doing a full body day, and we're gonna be working some hypertrophy, so a little bit higher volume, some accessories for the anterior chain and the posterior chain, and also some bicep curls. All right, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification, let's get after it. Oh, I forgot one thing. I got my man, Mr. Mental Muscle in the house. So we're gonna do a little something different. You've probably seen it on an old video before, right? We did it before, long time ago. So I'm gonna squat and I'm gonna put myself under high tension, and then I'm also gonna have to memorize a couple of terms. So Nick, tell them what I'm actually gonna be doing.
So when you're lifting heavy or doing anything physically extensive, your brain wants to focus on that. So he's gonna be under a heavy load. So I'm gonna give him 5 words that's gonna show up on the screen that are gonna flash quick 1 second, and you can go away. He's gonna do the lift, and then after he has to recall them in the order he saw them. Now, it doesn't seem that much at face value, but when you're under that stress, your brain, like I said, the fight or flight response kicks in. Get that weight back up is all that matters. Make it even more stressful, I'm gonna give him 5 seconds. So now you gotta think under pressure as well.
I usually like to warm up with the bar until the bar feels like an actual bar. My knee is a little bit of pain at the bottom, but that's normal. So I'm gonna ease my way into it. I'm gonna work a couple of sets with the bar itself. Just try to get more range, try to get more power out the hole, feel the motion, try to get, like I said, get that more range there so that I can utilize my entire body for the squat. Getting tight, all that setup is gonna be important for when the weight becomes heavier and heavier. I always say you wanna move the bar like it's 1,000 pounds, and you wanna move 1,000 pounds like it's a bar. Keep that intent high and make sure that you're going over every detail when you're about to squat. So right now you can see he's still a little bit tight. Ankles are gonna need a little bit more mobility. When we have more weight on the bar, that will go down, right? He'll be able to sit down into the position. I want the trunk to be a little bit more forward so he can sit his hips back. He can use his adductors a little bit more and then drive lateral force through the bottom of the hole, right? So he's getting quads, but he's also getting hips, hamstrings, and glutes involved too as well. Tight back, tight back, tight back, tight back, tight back. Brace. Right there. Good. So this is gonna be the heaviest basic back squat since surgery, so we'll do this. I did a box squat at about 535, right, with a wide stance, right? So this is gonna be a traditional back squat with the Duffalo bar, 403 right here. House cat, push, life.
One more.
How's that one?
4 out of 5. Last one was work. But that's not bad. You saw that tension, like I said before. Having to lift 400 pounds on Duffalo bar, you saw how intense that was. His brain just wants to get that weight up. Fight or flight, right? Nothing else matters. Thinking in the frontal lobe, that's processing. You don't need that right now. Live is what he needs. But then to come back and immediately say, these are the words, takes some really mental muscle.
Last piece, read, jump.
House. You got one more. House? Nah, that's the last set. So 4 out of 5 again. So consistency, that's another thing to look for. It's good to have the whole set, but 4 out of 5 is 90%. But he was able to keep that same thing. So let's say he only got 1 this time. That's a drop off. More intensity, he's more fatigued, but he was still able to stay with it.
All right, so I'm midway through the workout, through the main set. And like I've always said before, you guys have tried it, you know what I'm talking about. You need your electrolytes. So I am using Element for that. Very easy to utilize. You just pour the packet in. You can pour it in a water bottle, you can pour it in your shaker cup. But again, with all of the nutrients that it has in there, when you're talking about magnesium, when you're talking about sodium and potassium, it has the direct amounts that you need. So you got 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, 60 milligrams of magnesium, all in this little to-go pack. So I'm gonna pour this in the water so I can sustain the energy output for the rest of the training. King, trust.
Yep.
Break.
Yep.
Ready.
That was the ending.
Fuck you. Again, these words could mean one or two things depending on your mindset. So for me, looking at it, king, right? Adopting a king mindset to get underneath the bar. I said ready because I was already ready. So at the end of the day, that's what I meant. Break could be one or two things. I could re-break my knee, or I could break another personal record based on my abilities at the moment. And also trust. When I trust in my abilities, and I gotta trust in my body to be able to lift the weight. Weighted dips with band tension. You know what it is, accommodated resistance at the top, right? I like the bands more so than the chains, but I'll play around with both. So what I'm gonna do now is, got a warm-up set, now I'm gonna go ahead add bands and chains. So I got bands for the accommodated resistance, and I got chains for the added weight on the top of my body, so it's actually trying to pull me forward. So I gotta maintain that positioning of upright posture as much as I can, so I'm gonna hit the triceps, the delts, and the pecs. So a lot of muscles being worked here. You can actually change a dip into more of that compound movement by load variation and by positioning. So that's what we're gonna do. Listen, I know they 15 pounds, but I made it work. You always want to maintain tension, right? Especially when you're trying to build hypertrophy. So the goal here is to take myself out of that mechanical advantage. And when we do that, we allow the muscle to move the weight. If we can get maximal contraction with a solid tempo, with a good positioning, a biomechanical positioning, whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, I'm putting my body or my limbs in the right position to move the load with the muscle. Right now, we're trying to bicep curl, so we're working the biceps. So I'm gonna hit the bicep in several different angles, but still maintain solid tension throughout the rep range and throughout the set. So if I feel like I'm losing it at the bottom, or I'm in a peak contraction phase where it's at its hardest, I'm gonna sustain that so that I can work through that range of motion to get the most out of that rep and the most out of the set. So, in all actuality, you never wanna put yourself in that mechanical advantage when you're trying to maximize hypertrophy. That's muscle gain. So for bicep curl, this is what we're doing. And we're gonna maintain that tempo to allow for more time under tension. All right guys, so that's a wrap. Power building, day number 3. 4x4 back squat with the Duffalo bar. So working on strength endurance there. Very happy with it because it's the first time I've actually been under that amount of load with a free squat. Obviously you've seen the box squat with 535, but it's a little bit different when you're free back squatting, especially with a Duffalo bar. So that was good. Worked our way over to the dips. So heavy dips for 3x8 with band tension and chain tension. So multiple tension barriers there. Got accommodated resistance, and then obviously the chains were draped over my neck, so I had to maintain that posture. But I was hitting the delts, hitting the chest, hitting the pecs, and also hitting the triceps, all in one there for a compound movement. And then worked our way into some leg raises and pullovers for the anterior chain and a little bit of lats. And then finish off with some bicep curls, right? Because we are working hypertrophy, we are working more of a power building / bodybuilding type of workout. Still gaining strength, but also building muscle, which is the goal. If you want to find out more details on my training methods, my protocols, all of that, you can check out my mentorship program. It's for coaches looking to learn more or athletes wanting to find out how I actually train my athletes and also train myself. And you get a free call with one of my guys on the team that will go over all details. If you have any questions, link is down below. Mentorship, one-time fee, and you'll get access for life. So make sure you check it out. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. We do highly appreciate it. We love your support. We appreciate the support. So please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe and share the channel. I'll see you again next time. Peace.